Hello class, today I am going to tell you about use of in, with, at, on, onto, upon. Today I am going to tell you about uses of prepositions and these words use of in, with, at, on, onto, upon. Very first I am going to tell you about use of in. So uses of in, we will use of in with time, use of in with place, use of in with time, with place, and use of in with inside object, use of in with inside object. Okay, so I'm going to tell you about uses of in. We will use in with time, then with place, then with inside object. So what's our inside object? What's our in with time, with place? So we will use with time. If I will say with time, we will say in evening, with time, evening, morning, morning, in evening, okay, in morning, in evening, in summer, in time. This is showing time. In summer, in winter, in spring, in uh, we will use in with place, place in hotel, in park, in room, uh, in we will use in places, in hotel, in park, in room, in school, in classroom, in classroom, in classroom. So we will use in with places, in box, in box, okay, so in box, in container, in container, in room, in park. So we will use in with places too, with time, with places, okay, and with uh, with month also. If I will say I was born in May, in month of May, I was born in month of May, I was born in month of May. I was born in month of May in London. If I will say in London, in Paris, okay. I was born in month of May. I was born in month of May. Okay. In January, in February, in March, in April, April, in May. I was born in May, in March, in April. So, with places, with month, in time. So what we will use? We will use in. So what? Sorry, in days also. For example, for in 2 days, in 2 days, in time. So we will use in. Okay. So now I am going to tell you about use of with. I am going to tell you now about use of with. With. So, what's the uses of with? It's mean, for example, if I will say, I will cut my cake with knife. I will cut my cake with knife. So, it's mean a source. With I will cut my cake. So which which from which things? So with knife. So if I will say Ali is writing. Ali is writing with blue pen. Ali is writing with blue pen. So Ali is writing with blue pen. He killed a snake with stick. So he killed a snake with stick. So uses of with is mean to sport to with Ali is writing with blue pen. So Ali is writing which color of pen? Which color of pen? Blue pen. So it's mean to sport with, to sport thing with blue pen. He killed the snake with stick. With stick. It's mean beside or with is a similar word, beside or with. Okay, beside or with can be a similar words. Okay. No. If I will say, I'm always with you. I'm always with you. I'm always with you. So the marker was dim, so that's why I am writing again. Ali is writing with blue pen. He killed a snake with stick. I am always with you. So this is also a preposition with. Now I am going to tell you about use of at. I am going to tell you about use of at. So use of at with point of time, with point of time, with point of time with small places. Use of at with point of time with small places. Okay, with night, noon, while telling the uh, with a festival event. Okay, okay, with time, with night, evening. Okay, so with the festival event. So what we will use at. Okay, now I'm going to tell you first with point of time. With point of time, if I will say I was born at 2 o'clock. I was born at 2 o'clock. So point of time, some specific point of time. Okay, some students take a confusion and use of in or at. So the uses of at a specific time, some specific time. If I say I was born at 2 o'clock, it's a specific time. 2 o'clock is a specific time. I was born at 2 o'clock is a specific time. I was born at 2 o'clock. He will come home at 12 o'clock. Okay. He will come home. He will come home at 12 o'clock. So it's a specific time. It's a specific time. Okay. Use of at with pointer specific time. Okay, with small places. Okay, now I'm going to tell you use of at with small places. With small places, now I'm going to here write with small places. If I will say I live at I live at I live at I live at Pindi. Okay, I live at Pindi. I will say now I am going to tell you about use of at with small places. If I will say uh, she stayed at a hotel. She stayed at a hotel. She was standing at the bus stop. She was standing at the bus stop. I was at home with small places at home. Okay, and then while telling cost, we will use while telling cost of anything. So what we will use? We will use at. If I will say this fruit is selling at 50 per kg. This fruit is selling at 50 per kg. So what we will use? We will use at. Now I am going to tell you about use of at with the festival event. use of at, use of at with festival and events. Use of at with festival and event. If I will say Mama will go there, Mama will go there at Eid. They had come. They had come at birthday. So with festival events we will use at. Now I am going to tell you about use of on. Use of on. If I will say book is on the table. So on also telling the positions of book. So where the book is on the table. So book is touches the surface of the table. So book is, where is the book? Book is on the table. Okay, and we will use on with day and date. We will use on with day and date. If I will say on Monday, on Sunday, on Saturday. If I will say 21st, on 21st May, on June, okay, on 21st May, on 16, on 16 June, okay, with date, not in month, okay. In month, what we will use? We will use in. We will use in June, but with date, we will use on. If I will say 17 October, 17, so 17, on 17, on 17 October, on 17, on 16, on 21st May, on Monday, on Sunday. With day and date, what we will use? We will use on. We will use on. Okay. Now I am going to tell you about upon. Upon. We will. I am going to tell you about use of on to. Now I am going to tell you about on to. He will jump upon. Onto the elephant. Okay. He jumped onto the. He jumped onto the horse. He jumped onto the horse. What we will use? We will use on to, onto. We will not use he jumped on the horse. He jumped onto the horse. He will jump onto the elephant. So we will use onto. Okay. So now I am going to tell you about use of upon. Use of upon Okay, upon. This broom came upon the table, came upon the table. uh, Upon is touching the surface. If I will say this book is laying upon the table, this book is laying upon the table, touches the surface, okay, upon the table, okay. uh, Upon is also used to indication of time. Upon, okay, indication of time, indication of, okay, indication of time. So what's the indication of time? Okay, indication of time. If I will say, she will, they will arrive upon, they will arrive at the, so upon indication of time, if I will say, we will meet upon arrival at the airport, we will meet upon arrival, we will meet upon arrival at the airport. So indication of time. So what we use? We will use upon. So we will use upon indication of basis. Okay, basis policies. If I will say, indication of basis, this policy is based upon honesty. This policy is based upon honesty. So indication of basis. So what we will use? We will use upon. I hope you understand what's the uses of in, with, at, on to, upon. Okay, on. No, I hope you understand what's the uses of in, with, at, on to, upon. I request to you, my specially student, and all those persons and people who are watching my lecture. So I will upload many more video for you. If you will like and comments, and if you will ask question about preposition, if you have any confusion, then I will tell you definitely. And in my next video, I am going to tell you about to word under, beneath, underneath, okay, except, besides. So in my next lecture, I am going to tell you about these kind of prepositions. So it is not ending here. And after this, I will tell you about many more words of prepositions. So I request to you all, please stay in touch with me and like and subscribe my channel. Stay blessed.